Bridgerton became a viral sensation literally overnight. And it happened thanks to the strict rules the cast had to follow. Find out which movies Luke Newton watched to embrace the proper chemistry, how the actors dealt with the challenges of Regency nobility roles.
So no awkwardness.
Loads of awkwardness.
Okay,
I don't say no,
awkwardness.
loads of awkwardness.
And why Nicola and Luke felt privileged in comparison with other romantic leads.
And we wanted it to feel real, and we wanted the audience to be like, oh my God.
Shall we commence? Watch rom-coms. Luke Newton revealed that he prepared to be the leading man by watching old school movies. And that's when he realized he was actually a rom-com fan. Which one is his favorite, you ask? It's Notting Hill with Julia Roberts and Hugh Grant. But a newcomer, Victor Alley, was advised to check out a different kind of classic. He watched Matthew Macfadyen in Pride and Prejudice. So he approached playing Lord Sterling with a lot of yearning and pensiveness.
I didn't want to copy that exactly, but I definitely got some influences from that movie, which was really, really helpful.
Nicola Coughlan revealed that her head-turning new look in season 3 was rooted in the old Hollywood elegance, like that of the stars Audrey Hepburn and Grace Kelly. Coughlan was so moved by Penelope's glamorous evolution that she teared up during the first costume fittings. But that was just the first step in preparation for the role, as the actors had to follow another major strict rule. Read the books. Julia Quinn's novels are a must-read for the show's cast. Phoebe Dynever explained, "It was great because I suddenly got a really good sense of why the books were so loved." Nicola Coughlan wasn't familiar with the Bridgerton books before she was cast. So, after getting the job, she was thrilled to explore the details of her character's story. However, that wasn't how she initially discovered that Penelope was Lady Whistledown.
Yes, I found out in a super professional way. I found out on a Reddit fan forum.
Okay.
Because I Googled it.
Still, reading up on Bridgerton helped her channel her creative energy right. But knowing their characters' secrets wasn't always enough. So the cast had to stick to the next rule. Learn the etiquette. Playing a part in a period drama is actually a lot of work for an actor. When Phoebe Dynever was cast, she didn't know a thing about being a true lady. That's where etiquette classes came in. There, the actors learned how to talk, sit, eat, and walk for the drama. In the early 1800s, a woman would never raise her voice. As for laughing so hard she actually snorts, which Daphne did on meeting Prince Friedrich, that would be quite scandalous.
It's fine if you do even. Who cares?
I won't forget myself.
Claudia Jesse shared that they had amazing historians on set to consult with. And voice and dialect coach helped the cast talk like the 19th century upper class. Slipping in and out of their native accent is a no-no on set. That was important for Jesse, who has quite a Birmingham accent in real life.
Penelope's fans, don't lose hope. It might be a bit of an uphill battle before we're completely back in the daffodils.
Both ladies and gentlemen also learned to keep a perfect posture, which was a must during the Regency era. So much so that young ladies were fitted with a wooden backboard that would ensure they sat up straight. Thankfully, that wasn't the case for the Bridgerton cast, but they had to obey yet another strict rule about clothing. Endure for elegance. The Bridgerton characters never wear the same garment twice, so the cast spent hours in costume fittings. And let's just say, those looks weren't exactly comfy. Ladies of the era truly did suffer for beauty.
With the costumes beautiful?
Beautiful.
Deeply
Epic.
uncomfortable?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. And there's a wig that goes
Yeah.
along with that.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, so I'm corseted and I have things and,
Right.
you know.
Golda Rosheuvel revealed that she sometimes was double corseted to create the regal look. More than once, she needed to loosen them immediately because she felt like she was going to faint. And obviously, she couldn't do it by herself. The actress shared that it took about half an hour and 2 people to put her into the costume. Wearing those gorgeous outfits all day long was also a tough experience. As Nicola is pretty short, she was originally supposed to wear heels so she would be eye level with her co-stars. That turned out to be a dangerous idea. Coughlan fell over several times while wearing those heels, and then she tripped and stabbed Claudia Jesse in the hand with her parasol and actually drew blood. Wigs were yet another detail that sometimes made being on the show unbearable.
Pin it down, get the ball cap on, the wig cap on, clip, hair through, this, that, stick, glue, pin all the pieces, get the... It's forever.
But it was Queen Charlotte whose hairpieces were the most challenging. They often measured well over 2 feet in height. Rosheuvel even had to ride to set in her own minibus so that its ceiling wouldn't damage her hairdo. And imagine how much time it took to create them, especially such a masterpiece as the Queen's clockwork swan wig. But not only the ladies had to suffer on the set of Bridgerton. Train a lot. Being a gentleman of the Regency era was a tough task, too. History and etiquette lessons were just the beginning. The male cast also mounted horses, learned dance routines, and pushed themselves through a variety of workouts. For example, Rege-Jean Page underwent rigorous boxing training for his role. It was necessary because the style of combat in the 1800s was completely different from now, and gloves were foregone for bare-knuckle boxing. This is how Rege recalls his usual working day.
I was up 5 a.m. every morning, I was running to the gym, I had a man scream things at me for an hour. I came home, I took a shower, had a little cry, went to set, the worst had happened, the rest of the day was going to be great.
Jonathan Bailey revealed he avoided training with the fight coordinator as much as he could.
And I did actually request to have as minimal fighting training as possible because I find that real masculine environment quite stressful.
Incredibly, he was also allowed to skip dancing classes, but only in the first season, when his character didn't get to the dance floor. However, there were scenes the actors had to undergo special training for, and that means following the next rule. Work on the chemistry. The leads of the first season were complete strangers when they were cast for the show. Of course, Phoebe and Rege knew about their characters' relationship from the scripts, but the showrunners wanted them to already have a special bond, even before the filming started. And a great help in creating Simon and Daphne's mesmerizing chemistry were dance rehearsals. Actually, it was a side effect of preparation for the dazzling ball scenes. Phoebe revealed that their time in the studio drew the actors closer to each other.
And so once you've spent that many hours on the dance floor with someone, being close with someone, literally catching each other when you fall in, then a lot of it happens quite organically.
But that wasn't enough for shooting the steamy scenes. So both actors appreciated that they also were choreographed, like dances or stunts.
It's no longer awkward because you know what you're doing.
The romantic leads of season 3 were more privileged in comparison with others. Luke and Nicola were already close friends by the time they shot their first close encounter.
It's not a stranger that I just rocked up on set and met for the first day and had to do a kissing scene.
And that's exactly what makes Poland's journey from friends to lovers so believable. However, Luke confessed that it was still strange to strip down naked in front of Nicola and the show's team. Amazingly, Coughlan shared that the love scenes became one of her favorite to shoot. Much to her surprise, they ended up being quite powerful, creatively satisfying, and even liberating. Probably that was because the showrunner gave the actors more control over how those raunchy sequences should be done. So Luke and Nicola really went for it without holding back. The two were so enthusiastic that they even broke a piece of furniture.
It was very Colin and Penn of us, because then we just burst into laughter.
So we were like, oh, so sexy, this is so cool.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
The actors were so comfortable with each other that many fans thought they were actually dating. Sadly, that's not the case. But if you want to know who their real-life partners are, watch our video about it. And stay awesome!